Hello, it is day 74 through 76 that I'm counting on today. 74 being the Friday, September 16th, 2016, and right now being Sunday, September 18th, 2016. So, as per the new normal, I'm not doing video every night on weekends. It's a nice break. Still haven't figured out when I'll stop, when I start. Friday seems like a good time not to do it. We'll see. In any case, it's a little weird going all the way back to Friday and recounting. But I did make my notes that day, so I'll just go through them. I didn't feel so hot that day. I felt a little tired and gloomy after a day of focusing too much on a couple of articles I was supposed to write, and I haven't been practicing writing. I used to write, for anyone who didn't know, anyway, a ton. I used to was syndicated on many websites, had stuff on some print magazines, and I used to love it. And I still like it. I'm just out of practice. So I find I get a lot of writer's block as I'm going on. In any case, I shouldn't have let it just sabotage my day. I was just focused on getting it done, and I didn't even get it done. I just kept running into spots, and then I get distracted by a phone call or whatever. At any rate, all of the tasks that I really wanted to get done, I didn't get done because I was too stubborn and focused on these articles. Anyway, live and learn. All the journal stuff's gone well. Rode to and from work that day, did stretches that day. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. The end of the day, though, the tough moment was that I was purely exhausted. I was pretty down on myself for how it went. I'm pretty brutal to myself, I'm starting to notice. And I wonder if that's universal for entrepreneurs. I don't know. Anyway, and I ended up drinking and overeating. So, not getting drunk or anything, but having a few drinks and overeating, and that's disappointing to me. In any case, got to learn some better coping methods. I think I've gotten a lot better, but when I was really past the line there that day. Anyway, Saturday was a good day. I wasn't very active that day. I was pretty exhausted. But I did make it a point to spend some time with Xander and Ainsley, my kids. You see, I've been collecting a ton of electronics, anything that I could think of that might be kind of fun to take apart. And I've got a few boxes of them now downstairs, and I knew that when the kids got older I'd love to do that with them. So I took them downstairs, and we started with a subwoofer. I had a Bluetooth subwoofer, so it's a pretty big thing. It was huge, actually, and they were pretty fascinated, especially by the big magnet on the subwoofer. And then we opened a cheap electric screwdriver that still worked. And the finale, at this point Ainsley had gotten tired of it and left off. Not a big surprise. I was surprised she even wanted to be there, but it was cute too. We did a digital camera, an older Canon, and that was cool, even for me. I loved looking at all the components. It's amazing how small they can make that stuff. And that's old. Just mind-boggling. Anyway, he loved it, my boy did, and I did that stuff a ton when I was his age. So, long day. It was a lot of fun, and a real throwback, because anyone knows me from back then, I was always into the gadgets and taking things apart and trying to invent new things for fun, and it was great. In any case, it was a really neat moment. All the journals went well that day, did some stretches that day. It was good about not eating after dinner. Pretty positive day. I read a lot more from The Obstacle Is the Way. Damn, I love that book. It's really motivating. In fact, I keep it on my desk in front of me on days I'm having a hard day at work, and it's kind of like The Power of Now for me. The Power of Now being the other book that I simply worship. It's just amazing. It really just speaks to me. So if I'm having a rough day or a day I just feel I'm not focused or I've lost sight of my goals, The Obstacle's the Way or The Power of Now. One of those two. Or I read one of the quotes, which, if you haven't heard one of them recently, these are the two that I look at every day on my Evernote, where I'm tracking each day. The first one is by Tony Robbins. People who fail focus on what they will have to go through. People who succeed focus on what it will feel like at the end. And the next one is, well, it's one I wrote for myself. There's no rewind. I only have one chance to be what I want to be. And I think a lot of us forget that. Anyway, I want to look back and say I became the best I wanted to be. I also want to be a role model for my kids. I think I'll even let that grow a little bit and it'll morph. But at this point, that feels pretty dead on. Anyway, I guess that is Saturday, September 17th, 2016, day 75. And now we're moving on to today. Today, I made the big pancake breakfast ready for the kids and the fam, which was fun. Also a bit lazy this morning, but that's all right. I have no problem with that on weekends. After that, I went for a bike ride with my boy, which was a blast, and it was his second time being out on real roads. And we were pretty careful, but we had a good time. I just loved seeing how happy he was. We went around UVic and through the campus there, and he was blown away. In fact, there's even places I hadn't seen before. It's a pretty significant campus, University of Victoria. So, and then we just couldn't believe how far we got, and then we had to get back. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and he was thrilled. Also read some more of The Obstacle is the Way, and yeah, I was really bad this weekend about eating. So that's a bit of a bummer. I was making some headway. In any case, I'm learning from it. And what else to share? I'm looking forward to getting back in the saddle again tomorrow for another day of work. My wife's going away this week for part of it, so I'm going to be very busy with the kids running around. But I'm looking forward to that too. We have fun together. So anyway, that is my day. That is the last 3 days, in fact. Day 74 through 76, September 16th through September 18th, 2016. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.